Let's talk about the 9 best ketogenic diet ingredients. All right, now this is based on 2 things. One is low carb and nutrient dense. The number 1 would be shellfish. And I'm talking about clams, oysters, mussels. Absolute amazing for their trace minerals, zinc, selenium, iodine, chromium, and it has DHA. What is DHA? That's a real key omega-3 fatty acid. So hands down, shellfish has the best trace minerals and healthy fats. Number 2, salmon. And I'm talking about wild caught. Out of all the fish, wild caught salmon has one of the highest amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. And the 2 types that I'm talking about are DHA and EPA. Great for the retina of the eye, your brain, and the heart. And also high quality protein as well. Number 3, leafy greens like salads. Why? Because it has the minerals, potassium, magnesium, and loaded with vitamin C. And these are very easy to digest, so I would consume these raw. All right, number 4, sardines. Sardines are loaded with the DHA and EPA. Those are the omega-3 fatty acids. Plus, it's really good protein. Number 5, eggs. And I'm talking about organic, pasture-raised eggs. Have pretty much every single vitamin, except they don't have a lot of vitamin C, but other than that, they have pretty much everything else. I consume a lot of eggs, and they're very, very healthy. They will not increase your cholesterol. If you've heard that eggs will worsen your cholesterol, watch that link down below because I go through it in depth, and you can actually get the true data on that. But eggs are really, really healthy. Number 6, cruciferous vegetables. Now, with most cruciferous, especially Brussels sprouts and other cruciferous vegetables, I recommend that you steam them because that will even enhance the phytonutrients in cruciferous vegetables. The big benefit of cruciferous go beyond just their vitamins and minerals because they're loaded with phytonutrients. And phytonutrients are the extra health factors that can decrease the complications from diabetes, from Alzheimer's. It can minimize the damage that some of these diseases are creating and also protect you against cancer. All right, number 7, avocados. Low carb, healthy fats. They're extremely healthy, but some people can get bloated if they do too many. So I'm just making a special note of that. But overall, they're very, very healthy. And number 8, olives and olive oil. Extra virgin and organic, really good on a ketogenic diet. And number 9, grass-fed, grass-finished, very important because they will sometimes finish the cattle off with grains, which could be GMO, to fatten them up for a period of even like 10 months. So that's not good. You want it 100% certified grass-fed, grass-finished. And I recommend not necessarily having a lean piece of steak, but have a fattier burger because that extra fat can even lower the effect on insulin and it's easier to digest. And that also includes grass-fed, grass-finished, organic hot dogs as well. Now on the flip side, there are a lot of foods that people eat that are nothing remotely connected to the ketogenic diet that are worse than these, like sugar and grains. But I want to talk about some of the foods that people doing keto consume on a regular basis, as in dirty keto, and I want to talk about that. First of all, some people consider corn one of the vegetables, and they consume corn on the ketogenic diet, and they will consume maybe a little bit. Well, the problem is that most corn, like 95%, is GMO, and this is the big problem, in addition to the corn being highly glycemic. So you don't want to consume corn despite it being a vegetable. Now, yogurt has a lot of sugar, but some people consume the Greek yogurt, but you need to look at the label because you're going to be surprised how much sugar is in Greek yogurt. Now, if you're having a small amount here and there and you're counting those carbs, it might be okay, but make sure it's organic and grass-fed. But overall, it's still not a really good ingredient. All right, next one, commercial chicken. Unfortunately, the chicken is badly processed, factory farmed, fed grains. Overall, not the ideal protein you want to do on a healthy keto plan. All right, next one is processed meat. I'm talking about like cold cuts and things like that. Even though that would be considered keto, you have nitrates, you have a lot of added sugar. Sometimes they add monosodium glutamate, and definitely it's not grass-fed. So I'm not going to recommend this right here either. Now, cheese, I consume some cheese on a regular basis. So it really is the type of cheese, processed cheese, or not from cows that are grass-fed. I don't recommend that cheese. So if you're going to do cheese, I would definitely do grass-fed, organic, or don't consume it at all. But there's a lot of people that are sensitive to certain things in cheese. Cheese is originally from milk, and there are a lot of hormonal factors going on there that can influence someone with a prostate issue. Also, it can influence women who have problems with fibroids and cysts in the breasts or the ovaries. So if there's anything going on with estrogen dominance, I don't recommend it. And if you're going to consume it, I don't recommend consuming a lot of it. A little bit here and there. All right, spinach. The problem with spinach is it's loaded with oxalates. Oxalates can actually cause kidney stones. You might be okay. If you're not a stone former, you've never had a kidney stone, you're not having a problem, and you consume spinach, you may be okay. But what's interesting is if you consume some cheese, high quality cheese with the spinach, this calcium will bind with the oxalates in your digestive system, and it won't get absorbed into the blood, into the kidneys. So the calcium in the cheese can protect you against the stones, FYI. But I just wouldn't recommend a lot of spinach. I would consume other vegetables. All right, nuts. You can definitely overdo it on the nuts, but almonds have the highest amount of oxalates. And if you have a tendency to get kidney stones, not a good idea. Some people that are arthritic should stay away from these as well, because you'd be surprised how many people that have arthritis really have just too many foods high in oxalates, which can irritate the joints. So if you're going to consume nuts or nut butters or even seeds, probably have just a small amount. It's really easy to do too many nuts, and that can irritate the gallbladder and the liver and the digestive tract. And the vegetable oils, it sounds really healthy, vegetable oils, when in fact this is really grain oils. They're usually GMO, highly inflammatory, but they're keto friendly because they're low carb and higher fat. So there you have it. This is the good list, and this is the bad. All right, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, click the red button below and that little bell icon so you can be notified of all the new videos that I'm going to be releasing. And I have some very cool and interesting videos coming up in the next coming weeks. Plus, in addition to that, you'll be notified of the live Q&A sessions that I'm going to be doing throughout the week, and you don't want to miss those as well. So stay tuned for more great content.